Hi everyone, Adam here, and this is what I watched for November. For anybody new, this is just movies I saw at the cinema, all first time watchers. Not too much this month, only about 4 movies, so let's get into it. So on the 4th of November, I watched The Mugai. This is an Australian horror film. Here's a synopsis. A young Aboriginal couple brings home their second baby. What should be a joyous time takes a sinister turn as the baby's mother starts seeing a malevolent spirit she is convinced is trying to take her baby. I will say this is okay. I did like the fact they used a bit of Aboriginal lore. The acting by the lead actress was fantastic. Pretty much all the acting was great in this, even the supporting cast. But I found it a little underwhelming, to be honest. It is well made and well shot. It does bring up the question, is the Mugai real, or is it just a mother having some hallucinations due to there was complications with the birth in this story. Yeah, so it's okay, but not great. But like I said, good acting, good cinematography, and it is well directed, but I just found it a little bit underwhelming, but well made. On the 16th, I watched In a Violent Nature. I know most horror fans have seen this. I was a bit behind and seen it. Here's the synopsis. Nature is unforgiving. The enigmatic resurrection, rampage, and retribution of an undead monster unleashes an iconic new killer after a locket is removed from a collapsed fire tower that entombed its rotting corpse. This one, I've been wanting to see it for a while. In this, we followed the killer for most of the story, kind of done from a third-person perspective. That's what it felt like. Felt like watching somebody play a video game from the third person. And after watching it, I kind of see why we don't always follow the killer in horror movies. And, there's no suspense or anything, because, it's going to get them. Okay, there was a little suspense, but not a lot. And, we don't get to know anything about the characters that the killer is after. I'll be honest, I found this a little underwhelming. I will say the gore is good. I also found the last act went on for a bit too long. There is an intriguing premise. I think it could have done with some music, though. I know they were going for a minimalist kind of feel, but yeah, I was a little underwhelmed. I know it's got a mixed response from people, but yeah, it's not awful. But there's an interesting concept, but I don't think it was executed as well as it could have been. On the 17th, I watched Gladiator 2. Obviously a sequel to something, I'm not sure. Okay, here's a synopsis. Prepare to be entertained. Years after witnessing the death of the revered hero Maximus at the hands of his uncle, Lucius, is forced to enter the Colosseum after his home is conquered by the tyrannical emperors. With an iron fist, with rage in his heart and the future of the empire at stake, Lucius must look to his past to find strength and honor to return the glory of Rome to its people. I thought it was okay. Obviously not as good as the first one, but I think some of the actors did a really good job. Pedro Pascal was a standout. I know people have been a bit mixed about Paul Mescal as the lead. I thought he did a pretty decent job. They're always in a bit of a bind because the original hero has been killed off. So, yeah, I guess I had to go in a different direction. Say Ridley Scott does a pretty decent job directing it as well. Yeah, not as good as the first one, but it's still, I'd say, a decent watch. On the 29th, I watched Heretic. Here's a synopsis. Question everything. 2 young missionaries are forced to prove their faith when they knock on the wrong door and are greeted by a diabolical Mr. Reed becoming ensnared in his deadly game of cat and mouse. I didn't mind this one. I like the first half. Hugh Grant is very good in this, playing an evil character. I think I preferred the first half. The second half, if you've seen it, does go a little bit over the top. Overall, I thought it was a decent watch. Like I said, Hugh Grant was good. So were Sophie Thatcher and Chloe East, who play the missionaries. So I will say the acting they're pretty much the leads. Yeah, and it's interesting how the character of Mr. Reed is really testing their faith. Yeah, but like I said, good first half. Second half goes in a little bit over the top. I mean, I didn't hate it. I did enjoy it. Does ask quite a few theological questions, and it mainly takes place in one setting, which is a nice touch. So yeah, there's a feeling of claustrophobia throughout. It's pretty much all the first-time watchers watched in November. Let us know, have you seen any of these and what did you think? Like, comment, subscribe. I'm Adam, and I'll see you again soon.